Hello. I don't like how this microphone weighs my t-shirt down. Okay. Hey everyone. Belmont commented already. I'm just hanging out. Yeah. Hello everyone. Hopefully you can hear me okay. We're going to be working on Turbonanza tonight. We'll talk about what that is in a little bit. Just wait a couple of minutes. What else do I have? I have, in the meantime, or before that, I mean, I got, does anyone know how, if you're watching this, does anyone know how, I got a charger. My cousin had given me two PSP, I think I showed this last week, but my cousin has given me two PSP 1000s, and I never had a PSP at all. How do you get the game to load? So it's charged. I can turn it on. Light works. Ooh, sound works. But I tried putting a UMD, so I have this siphon filter dark mirror. I don't know if that means it's just dirty and can't be read, but I mean the disc is super scratched. But it should just, I don't know. This is kind of a cool mechanism, the UMD slot. I completely missed this. Like I didn't do anything with Sony back then. So you put this in, right? It kind of clicks in there, and then you can shut the door. But then nothing happens. Nothing shows up here on the menu. I don't see a button. I see home, select, start, USB update, camera. I don't know. Don't really know how to use it. So I mostly got this, well, I mostly got the charger because I would have just let these collect dust or not collect dust actually in the in the glass case, but I got curious about them again when with that PS Pi project to put the Raspberry Pi CM4 inside of here. So like a little emulation box. So I'm interested in doing that because I actually have two of these, and I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with them. So if anybody out there knows anything about, hello, JP Serial. Anyways, that's just a side note. If anybody knows anything about PSP, let me know because I don't know anything about it. So I'm just going to turn this off. Okay, so I suppose let's talk. I hope you guys can hear me. Let's just talk about what Turbonanza is. This is the CoreGrafx 1 that I got from the my buy haul last year. Was it last year or was it earlier this year? I think it was just earlier this year. This year kind of just felt weird. Anyway, so it's in pretty nice condition. I got my Turbo EverDrive Pro recently too, so I got some games. This TurboGrafx is in decent shape. I wish I had another camera instead of this webcam. I wish I had another cheap, like my Sony camera there, so I could do cool, I don't know. So we can open this. I think my plan, ooh, I didn't even notice that there was a cover, nice cover for the extension bus. What? It's got these sick latches. Look at that. If you've never seen a PC Engine, I've never really messed around that much with PC Engine stuff. So I might not really know a lot. I don't know if I'll be able to answer your questions, but this one does work. I tested it. If you saw my tweet, this particular console, if you have the white one, the PC Engine, I think it's just called the PC Engine, right? Is the white square one. The PC Engine was the TurboGrafx 16 in the United States, and it looked completely different. I guess it has the same stuff in it, but just looked different. But this is the CoreGrafx, which is like a revision of the PC Engine. And then there was a CoreGrafx 2, which is a similar, and it has orange colors. So the CoreGrafx 1 is blue, which I think looks better than the orange, but then there's the orange one. So the PC Engine only had RF output, I think, but the CoreGrafx version has composite video. However, you can there's a couple of different products, plug and play products, that you can get RGB output without doing a mod. So there's the spark plug. I know you can get RGB output, and it's basically enabled through these extension pins in the back. Somewhere in here is RGB output. So it's like if you have the SSDS3, also the SSDS3 sockets into here and gives you RGB output. So that's kind of an all-in-one flash cart and RGB output. Actually, the newer SSDS has HDMI output as well. So if you wanted to go whole hog, but that's like $300 or something. But those are all external mods. There's also I think there's something else too. Oh, yeah, Crix made to go along with the Turbo EverDrive Pro, they made I can't remember what it's called, maybe I'll just look it up. Crix PC Engine RGB, I should know this, but oh yeah, the EDFX, EverDrive FX, I guess. EDFX. So that's another piece that would give you RGB output. So technically, Turbonanza from Zaxour is an internal RGB. I guess it's kind of like not a triple bypass, but it bypasses whatever this stock AV port connector is. So we're going to be replacing that with a Genesis 2 mini DIN 8, 9? No, it's 9 because it has stereo. So through that mini DIN, the Sega Genesis 2 style mini DIN, you should be able to get composite, S-video, RGB, and stereo audio out of that with a Genesis cable. So that's kind of good if you're like me and you don't really have a whole setup where you have all your consoles hooked up all at once. Oh, JP Serial's on the wrong account. If you're like me and you don't have multiple, what was it? How do you get a game to load? I've got a UMD in here with the PSP. I've got a UMD in here, some game. It looks not good. Like the shape of the disc is not. It's kind of scratched up. But it was on. But it didn't automatically start playing or anything. Watch out for the springs under those ground contacts. Huh? You talking about what I was just fiddling with, this thing? These? Or something else? Stuff goes everywhere, you can take it apart. Oh gosh, okay, what? Tell me your secrets. What ground contacts? Turbonanza uses the Saturn. Oh, you're right, yes. Okay, so in a way, it's sort of Genesis 2 because you can use the Saturn to Genesis adapter to use it with HD Retrovision cable. So yes, it's the DIN 10, the superior DIN, because with DIN 10 you can do everything. So that's right, you're right. But you can convert it to the Genesis 2 cable to use with the HD Retrovision. That's the complete thought. CoreGrafx 2 was made cheaper with all stamped out of one piece, so it doesn't have that issue. When are you talking about all one piece? Is it like a shield or something inside that's going to go flying when I take this apart? That's the next part. So, you're right, Banner, about the Saturn thing. No, I believe it does. We can look at this. Let's go over to the bench and we'll see the parts that we've got. And then my goal, other than to avoid ruining this, because this works now, I would like to replace the capacitors first. So we'll see how long that takes us tonight. And then I I don't know how far we'll be able to get with the Turbonanza installed. It doesn't look that crazy, but again, I don't know. But I feel like the replacing the capacitors will take some time. All right, so let's go over to the bench. And I already got my comments up, which, look at me. Okay, don't need that. So let's look at that. Yeah, this is the DIN 10. Because it has 10 little pins in here. So this is the Saturn. So you could use the adapter. Well, I have the adapter. So if you have your HD Retrovision cables, you can get the Saturn, or the Genesis one. It's like the Genesis cable is turning into like the universal cable for everything. Okay, so I've never taken this apart. I've never taken any CoreGrafx apart, or PC Engine or anything. I don't have a Turbonanza or a TurboGrafx, so I don't know about that either. I do know that there is a flex cable or some kind of a ribbon cable inside somewhere. So I'm gonna carefully take it apart and try not to mangle it. So let's do that. So I have the cap replacement kit from Console 5 for the CoreGrafx /2. So it contains 2. Okay, so there's some jail bar fix caps that we can do also. They're in here. Whoa, they put highlighter on them so you don't forget or you don't miss them. It's funny. Okay, so these are game drive screws. The bigger ones? Yeah, the bigger ones. And I need my screwdriver. Oh, it's over here. Okay, so I I didn't look up any instructions, so we're gonna see how this goes. Huh? It's coming out. It's just really. It's not confidence inspiring. It's very stiff. Okay. Okay, wait. Let's read what MS says. Those buttons under the extension port are ground contacts for the Super CD-ROM and IFU 30A revised briefcase. Got it. Okay. Oh, wow. Really? So they use this as ground. That's interesting. Okay, so I guess these are spring-loaded and we have to not lose those. Okay, good tip. So is that that's crazy. Does that mean that there's no ground inside of the extension? Or is this just a ground like shielding or something? Ugh. Guys are probably hearing terrible sounding screwdriver screwing. Pro tip, be careful with the ribbon cable. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Connecting the cartridge slot to the motherboard. They are old and you can break them. You bend them back and forth. Okay. Got it. All right, so we're going to have to be careful when I just open the case. I don't know which direction the cable is going. I mean, I think it's front to back or like this way. Like it folds somewhere here, I guess, but we'll have to see. Oh, God, this is terrible. Is this the smaller one and I've been using the bigger one? Game bit? No, it's a bigger game bit. Maybe my game bit socket is getting worn out. iFixit, sponsor me. My girlfriend laughed in the background. Oh, God. Ugh. There we go. All right, so that was a super struggle. Oh my God, these screws are very stiff. Okay. Okay, well now I don't know which direction to open it. I guess while we're here, okay, like this. So I guess I'll open it from the bottom. It looks like the motherboard is on the other side of the case. Oh gosh. Okay, this is all one thing. Okay, so we can just take this out. And I don't even need to, I see what you're saying now, how the springs must be underneath the shielding. So I shouldn't need to fiddle with that at all. Although I do think I need one of the steps. I might need to cut some of the shielding or something, but that's for later. It's the merge RF shield. It's to merge RF shielding grounds. Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. It's on the top half. You have to pull it apart in order to have access to the top of the board. Just leave it open until you're done with everything. No, that's fine. I wouldn't consider. Yes, I do. I do think it would normally be annoying if somebody told me what to do, but in this case, I have no experience with this. I don't know if people in general would consider this a rare console, but I kind of do, just because they're expensive-ish and this one is clean. Oh, also something I didn't mention earlier is that it came in this. I have some cool packaging. I mean, it's part of the box. I only got half, the top half, and this piece of styrofoam when the seller shipped it to me. So I also have the manual, which is pretty neat. So this is all the Japanese manual. It's pretty neat. This is from, I believe the CoreGrafx 1 was like early 90s or something, because I think the CoreGrafx 2 is 93. So it has the power adapter also, but I've been using a Triad instead. So I haven't used this. And it also came with the controller, which is also in pretty good condition. So kind of stoked that everything is here and it's in good condition. And it works too. I used it on that CRT yesterday, so that's nice. But I might as well, since I'm in here, I'm going to recap it. I've always disliked using my iFixit game bit on PC Engine. My dedicated driver works better. Oh yeah. I wonder if it's just the tolerances on these are not perfect, or the screws or something. Yeah, I mean, I really like them, the iFixit, but it's kind of like trying to use like I don't know, like a hand screwdriver sometimes when the job needs like a drill or something, you know what I mean? Like some of the screws I would not recommend like putting consoles back together with like a drill, like a cordless drill or something, but taking them apart, sometimes you need more effort or more oomph. And yeah, so something like a WoW stick. But the problem with the WoW stick is I've heard that they're not really that powerful, so I don't know what the point of it, I don't know what the point of me getting it is, so I don't know. Okay, so let's get back to this. Okay, so I think, so we avoided one issue, which is those buttons. Now the second thing is going to be taking this apart. So I don't know which way I need to, oh, I see it. Okay, so I think I want to, if you guys see it in here, see it there? I think I need to do this from this direction. So like lift this up. And then maybe I'll do this. Maybe I do need to do it this direction. Doesn't somebody sell a replacement ribbon cable? I think someone makes a ribbon cable. Is this a bunch of flux? You guys see this? This board looks This is the nastiest board, factory board I've ever seen. Right? Doesn't even look like it looks even like the chips were hand soldered or like not soldered well. Like I'm sure it's fine. It just looks not good. This board doesn't look good. If anyone wants to make a replacement for the, I think there is one for the PC engine. I don't know if it is compatible with the CoreGrafx. If you have installed a Retro Game Restore PCE shell, use the cross head screw from the HuCard slot to cut the threads for the game bit screws, then switch. Even the dedicated driver has trouble with making new threads. Okay. It's a standard. Okay, so this is just a standard pitch or something. So you can just get any kind of like IDE ribbon cable or something and replace it. Cool. Okay, so I need to start with the recap. So I'm trying to carefully bend this. This is a pretty stiff cable. But we should be able to manage. Ooh, look at that. The bottom of the board is cool too. It's got these this plastic. Oh, maybe it's not plastic. Look at that. It's soldered directly to this I don't know. What is this made of? What is this material made of? That's neat. I've never seen that before on a board. Makes it look clean. And these are these surface mount? Or are these through hole that are just super flush to the board? Oh no, they're surface mount. That's crazy. I've never seen surface mount components that look like this. Huh. Surprises me. Even when I took the Game Boy Pocket apart too, it had a bunch of surface mount components, which is cool. The ribbon cable would break your heart at how annoying it is to replace. Oh gosh. Yeah, the ribbon cable will break. Oh yeah. Bending in the middle is safe. Just minimize bending at the edge. Okay, yeah, I think we're fine. So I kind of want to, when I'm all finished with the recap, I think I want to try to clean this board. So this episode might just be, I don't know, the journey of trying to recap this. All right, so I need to remove this metal shield. It looks like it's the heat sink to this voltage regulator. And that's a normal, oh, it's probably a JIS bit, actually. So I'm going to get my JIS bit. Ooh, it's like unscrewed already. Doesn't have very good, not very tight. Oh my gosh. I didn't notice that this was like sandwiched together. Okay, so if I take this out, let me get my I'm gonna get my tweezers, tweezy boys. Okay. So this is like a sandwich. I'm gonna guess that the washer was up against the PCB, so that I'll have to put that together correctly. Okay, so out comes the screw and this other little square spacer. And then I should be able to just slide that out. That's pretty easy. And I shouldn't need to, I don't need to do anything with the actual, that should just be fine, chilling there. Okay, so that we have our work cut out for us. I think we can see everything. We don't really have to go looking, so. All right, so I'm gonna turn my iron on, normal temperature. 350, and I'm gonna need my, you know what, this might be a good time to clean my my desoldering iron. So we're gonna need this a lot, my FR301, but it's been a while since I've cleaned it. So I guess I'll talk for a second about what I do. I probably don't take care of my FR301 as well as I should, but I don't know. I don't think it's rocket science. So if it breaks, then I'll fix it. So the first thing I try to do is, and just be careful, because if you do have one of these, I mean, I suppose if you have one of these, you know what I'm doing. I'm not really teaching you anything. But if you don't know, this is where the solder actually builds up inside of this after you suck it with the vacuum. So we want to clean out all the, oh no, can you get me a garbage bag, please? What? What? Don't look at me. I forgot to, for my trash here, yeah. Okay, well, I'll have to come back to that because I don't have a garbage bag. I don't mess with anything in the pump unless I have to, you know, unless it's sad. But most of the time, most of the issues that I've ever had with my FR301, it's because either this part is clogged with solder or the nozzle is clogged. So as far as the nozzle, I'm just going to get some more tools. So I've got the nozzle remover thing. I've got a... I bought this. The nozzle remover thing comes with the FR301, but, and this other tool thing does too. It's like a pokey thing. So I got a pokey, and, sorry, I'm making a lot of noise. Oh, here it is. Found it. And then the other tool, and this is specific to the drill. Oh, don't put a bag over your head. Put it in the garbage. What the heck? Are they all through-hole capacitors? No, there's a lot of through-hole. Are they all through-holes, what you asked me? Yes, it looks like all the, no, well, the Console 5 kit has 99.9% through-hole. Then there's this like jail bar fix, which do look like in this highlighted little package. So that does look like a surface mount. Bye. Thank you. Okay, so the tools that I use when I clean stuff is I've got the nozzle remover bit. Actually, I'm going to turn this on so that I can heat up a bit. And it's okay, it's okay to have it on with this, but I want it to be hot. So this just allows you to take off the nozzle if it's hot still. It just covers it basically, and it is this is like a socket that undoes this. I'll show you that in a second. But this is a tool that comes with it too. It's like a poker, and I'll show you where that goes. But I also have this. I believe this one is 1 millimeter specifically, but it's a little hand drill that allows you to actually like cut the carbon buildup inside of the nozzle. And so that is specific to this nozzle here. So before I do anything, I need to tighten this little drill. Okay, tighten the little drill. Then you can use this little screwdriver to just put that down the nozzle. And that's basically for the front, this front nozzle part. Because it will not be big enough. This drill bit thing will not be big enough for the inside of this tube. So before I do that though, I'm going to clean this out. So this part, most of the time the front doesn't get any lead in it. It's the back. Oh God, I'm making a mess. Who let me do this? Okay, I'm just dumping all the solder in the garbage. It comes out pretty easily. So that's that. So just clean the bowl out. I don't like super clean it. I mean, I probably could. It probably could use a deep cleaning, but just scraping all the solder out. Okay. The best part, the part that I like the most about the FR301 is that most of the parts are replaceable. Okay, so here's actually I might as well replace this. So on the back of this part, this is like metal. This is where the lead is supposed to build up. Is this little paper filter. So I'm going to replace this. Normally, I wait till the front, the side that you can see from the other side here. I wait till this starts getting nasty. But I just opened it up, and this other side was gross. So I'm going to replace this while I'm here. This is just a little filter. Hold on, I'll read the comments. I'm sure somebody's like, don't do it that way. Okay. Oh my, I am a mess right now. Knocking everything over. Okay, let's read the comments. Plenty of SMD caps for jail bar fix and bypass caps, but all the electrolytes are through. Okay. Okay, so now we're just going to put this back, this new one, in here. Get out of here. Just shoves in there like that. Okay. And then we put this, just shove it back in the tube. And this can go back. And then that. So that's this part cleaned out. Now the last part, so I cleaned out this part. I cleaned the actual nozzle here. Now we can take this off. You can even just leave it in there too for now like that. Or on the side. This is the part that I was saying is for this part. So this inside little nozzle part is a lot wider than the any nozzle that would fit in here. Actually, I don't know, any nozzle is probably not right. I have this other tip that is wider for bigger pins, but this one's better for most modern stuff. Okay, so that should be everything. That's really all I do. And only once in a while, or when it clogs. Okay, cool. That's it. Now I've just got stuff everywhere. All right, now let's put that back. What I need to do is add fresh solder to all these. Don't do it that way. Yeah, pretty much. All right, so anywhere that I see a through-hole resistor or capacitor, I mean. Oh, I guess I could do it like this. This is kind of sus, but I guess it's kind of good for adding fresh solder. So I want to go through and I want to hit anywhere that has a capacitor. Just add fresh solder. So maybe I'll do the entire board. It's kind of hard. Not difficult, but like hard to show what I'm doing and have it on its side at the same time. Okay, maybe we'll do two at a time. Well, I'm only going to replace one at a time. I never do. I'm sure if you were super, like if you did a whole bunch of things, you could tell where all the different values went, capacitor values went, but I can't do that. So I just do one at a time usually, and then wait. That makes sense. Come on, little guy. Come on out. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is probably going to take a whole stream, but that's all right. Usually do all of one value at a time. Oh, that's a good idea. But that means you'd have to look at a map or look at a chart. That's a good idea, I suppose. Okay, so this first one was 47 microfarads. So let's look in the bag. Oops, there aren't that many in this. So if this was like a Genesis Model 1 or something that has 8 trillion caps, then I would have done it offline, but this is fine. Okay, 47. Oh, I bet you they're this big amount. Is this 47? Excuse me, this is 1 UF, so not what I'm looking for. How about these? Oh, here we go, 47. Okay, 47 UF and 25 volt. So this is, oops, 25 volt. Okay, yeah, it's equivalent. All right, so then if you don't know, if you're not familiar, most of the time are these called radial capacitors? I don't know. Most of the time these types of capacitors are polarized, so the white line usually is the negative side, and then you got to find the positive side of the board. or find the negative side on the board. So in this case, there's a positive here on the left and like a white hole around the negative. So plug it in there. And then on the other side, I kind of spread the things out. Okay. And then we solder. I just kind of realized that this is probably going to be a terrible angle. Welp. Oh, now I'm hot. I got to take my thing off. White hole? Yes, white hole. For the negative side of the capacitor. Oh yeah, radial, I was right. Does this mod correct the RGB values on the PC engine, or does it tap into the existing RGB? I believe, and unfortunately I don't know if Zaxour is going to join us, but if he does, he can correct me. I believe this just pulls RGB directly from what is available through the expansion port. So it doesn't really, but somehow it does let you access S-video and composite. I don't know if it re-encodes it from RGB. I'm not really sure. I don't know if there's an amp. RGB amp? Don't know. Maybe Zaxour will show up and you can ask him. Hey, Belmont. No worries. What soldering iron did it upgrade? Yeah, it's an upgrade in power only and probably the quality of the tips. But this is the Aijun. It's called it's the T3A, but there's different hand piece varieties, and this is the T245, which is compatible with the JBC tips. So I'm actually using this as a an authentic JBC tip. So all those guys that you see posting up that they had those $500 JBC irons, this will use the tips that are compatible with that. But it's 200 watts, which is the how powerful the iron is, the heater is, and that is a lot more powerful than the Hakko FX888D, which was the other one I had. So I don't. If I assume because you're asking me that you've never seen me complain about this. Unfortunately, this handpiece is like not well glued together, and you can see I can separate the whole thing in here. So not high quality. However, it does have nice features in that the soldering iron. It's connected to the soldering iron base. When you put the handpiece down, it hibernates. It turns off. So that is helpful if you find yourself constantly forgetting. If you find yourself constantly forgetting to turn your soldering iron off, I probably wouldn't suggest buying a cheapo knockoff soldering iron. However, it does have that feature where it will turn itself off when it was in the handpiece there. Hey, Yakiam. RGB colors will still be different from composite. Yeah, that's I meant to mention that. I don't think the colors or something is off in the stock output, something like that. I was just getting this my side cutters. I'm trying to move forward here. I think the colors were weird or something in the stock output or something like that, or maybe S-video or didn't have S-video. Oh yeah, so I was gonna mention that this is. Because there are some external mods available for RGB, I don't know if I would necessarily recommend this to really anybody. If you're a crazy person like me and you just mod stuff just to mod stuff anyways, then sure, go knock your socks off. But it doesn't need it. You can get by with cheaper alternatives. So this is a little bit of a flex. But still, it's not complicated, and I don't think it's expensive either. So it might be a good intermediate mod to tackle. Maybe once you've got something like the Super Nintendo Junior under your belt. Oh, I needed to know what that was. 47 isn't the same. Yeah, maybe if you've got something like a Super Nintendo Junior under your belt, this might be a good follow-up mod. But with that being said, it does sound like this console is annoying. With the ribbon cable could break. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't look. It looks kind of nasty inside. So I wouldn't be surprised if there were other issues that could pop up on these things. Check out the Pine 64. Yeah, I've seen the Pine Sill. Oh, hey Zaxour, what's up? Want Bonanza for S video? Yes. I have yet to purchase the Turbonanza. Yeah, I've seen the Pine Sill. But honestly, I don't know. If I was going to get another iron, it would probably be the JBC that I've been avoiding buying. But, I don't, it's not like there's other tools that I want before that, like you guys know. Oh, speaking of which, I hate to keep plugging this, but sign up for YouTube membership. And actually, I believe we're like 4 away. YouTube had given me an email saying if I got 15 members by November 15th, which is in 3 days, if I get 4, and we're 4 away, if I get 15 members, they'll give me $500 for that. So it's like a special creator bonus or something. So if you want to support, I only have 1 tier right now, so not that bad, but so the tools that I would buy, that I want to buy next, I suppose. Everybody keeps yelling at me about the scope, magnifier. What is it called? Scope. For doing the like SMD stuff. So I would probably buy that. I can't remember that guy's name. That YouTube guy that they sell them through AliExpress or something. These like $500 stereoscopic scopes or whatever. I would probably get that because that I've heard that's good. It's got a lot of good features. So okay, I think I'm gonna cut that one a little short, but that's all right. Okay, moving on. I know this is not fun, but we're moving on. Hey, Yakiyam. Thanks for joining. Thanks, but I'm not sure if gifted subs count, Belmont. I think they might, but thanks, everyone. You have said what's up to everyone that comes, except for you. Hi. I said hi, Hugo, didn't I? Oof. Sorry. Okay. So hopefully YouTube does that, because that would be really sick if I got that bonus. But what else would I get? I don't really necessarily need the JBC, although I think it has some cool temperature profiling stuff that you can do. I don't know how much that matters, but if the handpiece itself is quality, I don't know if that makes it worth the price, but I guess I could just super glue this back together. But I mean, there's other parts that feel cheap about this, the Aijun. Like, this is supposed to be like a cable relief, and the thickness of the cable is not very good. And then on the other end, you can't really see it, but it's got this funky. It looks like it was DIY'd, right? Like it wasn't factory made. It has those chunky. If you guys have ever seen mechanical keyboard people that have those coiled cables, sometimes they have these like aviator style or whatever they're called, like USB cable connections. It has like that on the other end, and so that plugs in, but it looks like that is what's attached to this cable here. It just feels cheap, especially compared to my $100 the 888D, which was $100, about $100 when I bought it. So it just feels really not good. So some people, it probably wouldn't matter, like if you're just getting up and running, you probably wouldn't care, but I tend to not like to buy cheap things. Yeah. But hey, if you're just starting out and you need something more powerful, it'll get the job done, I guess. It's good for things like if you have big ground planes, like let's say you were trying to take the power board off of an NES or something. Oh, what was this? This was one microfarad, and that was this giant string of them. Yeah, if you need something like something that has a big ground plane, this is good for that. So what else? I don't know what else I'd really get. I guess I need some more. I need some more cheap stuff like tools for lifting chips, chip pullers, or I was kind of struggling last week or the week before with I guess it was last week with taking the CPU off of the Game Boy board. So I need some kind of like not something thinner than tweezers to kind of get underneath stuff. Help me with that. Like I would buy tools like that. Like I just bought these Nipex. These are like $30 side cutters. So I guess I'm just testing these out because most of the time, $9, $10, whatever side cutters will get the job done. You finished your Open Tendo already? I remember that took me hours. You just slammed it out. That's crazy. The A10 soldering iron. Ah, interesting. I have the A10 or Aten or whatever, the Lewis Rossmann hot air gun, hot air rework station. I like that a lot. That was pretty cheap too. That was only $300. So I mean, that's a fair deal for a really good high power. I hope that the height. Am I gonna get limited by the height on any of these? I hope not. Anyways, I'll try to keep them down. Oh, I don't think I added fresh solder to any. Oh, did I add them to all of them? I don't think I did actually. Oh well. So this is the old solder. Should be all right though. No, I better go through and add fresh solder to all these. I can kind of see where they are on the bottom here. Okay. Oh, you did the four adapter, Obi-Wan. Hey, Obi-Wan. Hot air chip popper, a vacuum placement tool. What? Chip popper has little wires that fit under the legs of a QFP. Okay, yeah. I think that's that little pizza spatula. Okay. This one is another one UF. Okay. I'm going to push this one down a little bit. This first one I did. Not the first one, but the last one I did, I mean. Okay, there we go. All right, that was a little further down. Don't know if it matters, but it's bothering me. Okay, making progress, everybody. CoreGrafx has like 10 or so UF caps. Yeah, they give you a big string of them. I've had some luck cutting the exposed bit of the solder ball with flush cuts, then pushing out with a screwdriver. Are they not got that silicone grease before it gets in there? IC popper. From SRA solder, but you kind of need one for each size. Cheap. Oh, I see. That's interesting. So like you put it under the whole QFP or something? Anyone got tips for easily getting the chunk of solder off the spring of the desoldering gun? Chunk of solder off the spring? What do you mean? Oh, off of a hand desoldering gun. Oh, boy. I don't know. Hot plate. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know about. I don't know what you're talking about. If you're talking about a hand pump one. Come on. Oh boy, not even halfway done. Okay, well, keep going forward. All right, this is a 10. Okay, 10 UF. I gotta look through the little pile here. Oh, here's a 10 UF. Oh yeah, 50 volts, 10 UF. Okay, here we go. That was lucky. Okay. Yeah, this console is not easy to film. I suppose if I was doing an actual YouTube video, what would I have to do? I'd have to like, I don't know, film it from the side or just take the ribbon cable completely off. Don't know. $10 mic? What do you mean 10 mic? Oh, instead of microfarad. That is dumb. Oh, sorry, my swallowing is nasty. Slingshot the solder blob, if you can. Always fun. Jeez. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, everything other than the amount of flux that's still on the board, this console looks clean. So, oh, I also have been getting in the habit of putting the triad stickers from Castlemania or what the heck did he change his name to? Rondo. Ryan from Castlemania. Comes with the triad stuff. So I've been putting the adapter that you need, because for this console you need the red to red. I think the polarity inverter thing mixed with the diameter changer. I don't know. I don't know the scientific term. Okay, so I did that one, right? I soldered that one in? Yeah. Okay, next. Okay, this is a one mic. Oh God, am I gonna be this cringe person that says one mic? Okay, one mic. Yeah, are you guys excited for all the scalers this year? So OSSC is back on the menu, which is really exciting. I didn't think that we were going to see the OSSC, at least for a long time. So the OSSC is going to be released. There's a release date, right, in a couple of weeks or something. So that's going to be OSSC Pro. So apparently the OSSC Pro is going to be sort of similar, probably similar to the... Are there features in the OSSC Pro that the RetroTink 5X doesn't have? Because I don't think the OSSC Pro is going to be able to do 4K. But I don't know what additional features... other than I think that they've been doing a lot more with... sync and stuff, so like you'll have better compatibility with consoles. But yeah, let's see. Let's read the caps. And PF is puff. Yeah, right. Saw a video from Hako where they implied you replace the spring almost every time you use their desoldering guns. What? Getting it? Yeah. CoreGrafx uses the same output as Genesis 1 power adapter, that is. Oh, okay. You should send me a spare... Yeah, just casually slang me a laser active. Yeah, they go... How much did those sell for? Like $400 or $500? You just did the OSSC 1.8 firmware mod. Nice. And Bordy's audio mod. Oh, did you guys see that Bordy? Oh, I don't know if Bordy didn't coordinate it. I don't think. I think somebody else coordinated it. But what did I say this was? A 1 puff? No, this is a 10 puff. Another 10 puff? Oh, I got another 10 puff here. Huh. So I guess there's only 2 of these. I think. Wait a minute. I didn't take another one out yet. Sorry, guys. If I get lost in the middle of my thing, don't comment. $400 or $500 for a broke one. See, I'm sorry. I think you and Macho Nacho ruined laser disc players for everyone. Yeah, it's unfortunate. What am I looking up? Okay, I'm just gonna move on, I guess. Yeah. If one happened to like fall out of the sky or something on top of me, I wouldn't be against to modding it, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to look for a laser active and all the things. I mean, it's a really cool device, but on the list of impractical things to own, I mean, unless you're gonna own one strictly to play laser discs, which then you don't need the packs or whatever. right? Sure, why not? Like if you're gonna, have one and maintain it and use it for laser discs, sure. But I don't see the need to buy a $400 or $500 broken thing just to spend all the hours and hours and hours of time to recap it and fix it. And yeah, okay, one puff. Or one mic, I guess, right? I give up. And I say that not in a negative way. Like, I don't think you actually, like, ruined anything. I don't know. You guys kind of, or at least Zaxour came out of nowhere with laser active stuff. Actually, I don't know who was it first that kind of started messing with them. Was it you, Zaxour? Because I know Rain, like, it was looking into that stuff back when they were a mere, like, $200 or $300 for a broken one instead of $400 now. Puff pass. It's Mike. Oh, I'm sorry. Local guy found a CLD 100. I don't know what all the nicknames are. So the CLD 100 is the base unit, the laser disc player part. Just get a CLD S20 201 or something. No pack needed for... So when you say pack, that's specifically meaning the things that plug... The game console things that plug in the middle. Is that correct? Or in the front? I don't know if I would say I was the first, but I did mine first. And then after I fixed the first one, I helped Rain with his. Okay. That snowballed out of control. Yeah, sometimes I don't... When I don't think something is going to be necessarily approachable, at least back when I was doing retro modding news, I kind of avoided really talking about the laser active stuff because it's just so incredibly expensive, and I don't know, it's just not practical, I don't think. I mean, it's practical for you guys to fix them, sure, and get them back into working condition. That's amazing, but for the average modder, even if you're a mod collector like me, that's beyond my... That's like trying to buy a SNES PlayStation and modding that. Well, maybe not that rare, but you know what I mean. Impractical for daily use. Although I say daily use like I daily use anything. I hope you guys know what I mean. Oh, so anyways, about the soldering iron, that's pretty much why I never reviewed this. I made a review video. I just was not super impressed with the quality. And I think, all right, a one mic. And I think I was going to use my affiliate, AliExpress affiliate code, because this I got that from AliExpress, the iJune. But it's disabled. Like, they disable affiliates on certain products, so it was disabled on that. So it was like, not to say that the only point of me making a video would be to make it attach an affiliate link to it, but I don't know. Pack equals control pack. Oh, got it. CLD A100 is the laser active. Okay. I only got into... Yeah, you fell down the rabbit hole. I have a PC Engine LT. What's the LT? Is that the hand... That's the one with the screen on it, right? Or is that the GT? What's the LT? Wonder Mega and Laser Active, they are going to go in a glass case in my new game room. Don't know if I would say I was... Oh, whoops, I keep reading the same ones. Okay. He bought the Genesis pack and I repaired it for him. Oh. If any were sold without a pack, I imagine they weren't enough packs to go around. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Huh. That's interesting. I never really think about that. Okay, what's next? This one. Okay, this is a one mic. LT was the flip-up screen. Interesting. Oh, I think I saw Long Island Retro did a video about that, maybe? There's just too much modding to do. Or too many. This is what I said. I said this. I don't remember the last time I said this, but I said this to both Bob and Tito in person when I saw them at Retro World. I kind of said, I do wish that there were more people, more creators. And I wouldn't even. I hesitate to say creator because I know there's a lot of memes kind of going around the last few days that I've seen, where like not everyone needs to be you don't need to be a content creator, because I feel like I kind of got the bug, and I know other people are trying to maybe not make content but just make stuff or participate more in a community beyond just talking on Twitter or whatever. But there's just so much, and this is a very pretty niche hobby, and I just feel like there is enough. There's enough projects to go around where people can just make project videos. I know they're not super duper profitable, for sure, but it's not about that. It's about making just hanging out, I guess, is what it's about, and making projects or doing projects. A project done is better than a project in the box. I don't know. That's a terrible. I got off the rails a little bit with that one, but not everybody needs to be a content creator, I guess, but everybody, more people could just participate in general, I guess, have their own perspective. And I think it has gotten a lot better, I think. Or at least I have been noticing people more. Just like Natalie the Nerd, or Krista Lee, is that her name? Just so many people like that maybe a couple of years ago I would have never focused on or thought about. Not in a bad way. I just mean, like when I started, when I was super into it, I was kind of hyper focused on the big groups, like your Voltars and your Laser Bears and your Pixel FXs and stuff, But there's just so many more sub niches and communities and stuff that it's cool. Like we're in a good spot, I think. Okay. This one is a one mic. Getting down to my last 4 one mics. I hope we can get more USB-C power mods. I'm looking to get rid of so many wall warts. Yeah, I actually would like to reach out to, I know this might seem like I'm looking, for sponsorships or something, but I have been talking about USB power delivery for a while now, ever since, I think it was the Linus Tech Tips video where they bodged that USB power delivery thing into an N64. Ever since then, I kind of thought that it was going to happen, more people were going to make stuff. And then we saw Retro Gamer Store made a power board for USB power delivery power board for the Famicom, and Mr. Add-ons has all those new cables for different consoles. So I really want to reach out to him and see if he would send me a set, because that's something that I would love to test long term, just use all the time. So instead of using my Triad on stream, just use those USB power delivery things forever. And the prices are decently affordable too. I think I think we were concerned in the beginning that USB power delivery, all the things, was going to be really expensive, but it might be manageable. Get the Mr. Add-ons guy. Yep. I found some really cool people in this space. Have learned to stay in your lane. Ego Andes. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, it's part. I don't know if I would call it. I don't know if it's specifically retro, because I just kind of blame Twitter for 99% of the toxicity that we see. Just the platform and what the platform does to people. But yeah, I know what you mean. And I have an ego too. I try. Hold on, I'll finish that thought. I try not to show it, but back when Tito first started, actually Tito started about the same time as I did, Macho Nacho, and when he started getting lots of views and stuff. All right, at 10 mic. When he started getting lots of views, I just felt real bad about myself. I spent a lot of time. I mean, granted, I don't deny that he spends a lot more time. Not in a bad way. I just mean he's dedicated a good portion of his life now. He says, when I talk to him, he says he works pretty much, at minimum probably 5 days a week on making videos. Probably not during his. I think he might have a day job, but at night, after work to bed, he bangs out videos. So that's kudos to Tito. But it still makes me I would still have a bad gut reaction when a video released and it did super well. I don't really anymore, because he's had so many good videos that I just kind of chalk it up to him being just really good. But I don't know. I used to feel bad about myself, but I got over that. It's fine. I think that if you're going to make a YouTube career out of it, unless, really, if you think about it, Tito is, I guess to a lesser extent, Bob and Voltar, but Tito is the one that has been able to make big numbers consistently. So I think really it's not necessarily viable for a lot of people to make content about retro, but okay, one puff. Still, I guess what I'm trying to say is there are still people that will watch small channels in retro, and you don't need to get 8 trillion views, and that made me feel good, right? To have people consistently watch my news videos and say so. Like they say that they loved watching them. Like that means a lot. So yeah. But I think that I like what I'm doing. I like actually doing the mods. I like doing the mod work. You know, I don't like doing the editing and the video making. Ego, yeah. I don't know, Hugo. That's a can of worms, and not like a negative can of worms, but there's a lot there with Voltar, right? And he's kind of mentioned it himself that he plays a character sometimes. And, you know, he said this multiple times too. Like, the point is basically you don't have to watch everybody. You don't have to like everybody. And that's very true, you know. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Move on, and, you know, doesn't necessarily harm you. Although, I will say, the one and only harm that I think that could happen, I think the worst thing that you could probably do as Voltar is to scare a newbie away. You know, that's all. So if you say something or make a joke or something, and maybe it's a, you know, a colorful joke, let's just say, and you get a newbie that's just in the hobby now, and that's what they're exposed to right away. I mean, that they could be, if they're younger or something, you know, you don't want to just, I personally don't think you want to go there, but that doesn't mean that he can't go there. Like, I've got nothing against that. That's just, and Mike Chi has mentioned that too, right? Like, he doesn't like corporate lingo. So he would rather be himself and you know, than to be HR friendly. So I definitely see both sides of the argument. All right, last one on this side, I think. And then there's 3 more on the other. 4 more? Plus the jail bar fix. People don't want him to have opinions on things other than modding for some reason. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree that I think he probably will say things to, like, engagement bait. That might seem like a bad thing. It's just, part of it is, and you guys might not understand this if you're not hardcore Twitter people, or like, if you don't engage with the game that is, you know, trying to get followers and stuff on Twitter. That's, in a way, that's kind of what you have to do. You know, it's sort of like a no, any publicity is good publicity, you know, sort of thing. So in that way, it on one, you know, it is off-putting. It can be off-putting to some people, but he's playing the game, and I think he's really good at playing the game. So, yeah. But I don't know. I think that's just Twitter in general. I don't think that is not specifically him, because I follow some other people that are even more famous than, like, I follow this guy Brody Smith on, he's I think he was a ultimate frisbee player guy, but he played disc golf. So I subscribed to him when I got into disc golf, because I like this disc golf content. And, you know, he gets trolled all the time. Like, people just take him out of context or just try to fight with him. Like, I don't know. Maybe it has to do with size. You know, you get to a certain mass of people that follow you, and you just get hate for no reason. And I don't envy larger channels. I don't know what it's like. Oh, actually, I've gotten tastes of what it's like, and I try to ignore people now if I don't want to engage. I just won't respond. Like, I'm fine with that. I know people may not like him, but I watch occasionally I watch Joe Rogan if I like the guest that he's interviewing. And he mentioned to someone, I don't know who it was, that he likes to post and ghost. Actually, I don't even know if Joe Rogan's in charge of his own Twitter account. He's probably not. But he says that when he posts something, he just does it and he never looks back at it. He never goes through the comments. So that's a strategy. Like if you're trying to create a business, if you're trying to create a following, you know, that's a good way. A decent way at least to keep yourself sane is just to kind of ignore every response. This is a 47 mic. 10. 10. What did I say it was? Sugar. 47? Was anybody listening to what I was saying? 47. Okay. I wasn't even listening to myself. Okay, let's go back. Did I miss anything? Never compare yourself to others. Yep. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's difficult. That is really hard to say. Okay. It's easy to say that. It's easy to say, don't compare yourself to other people. That's very easy to say, but it's very hard to do, especially when you are trying to put yourself out there. It's one thing if you're just chilling, you know, using Twitter on your own and trying to keep up to date with what people are trying to talk about, you know, projects and things or whatever. You know, it's fine just to say whatever you want, but if you're trying to gain a following, it is extremely difficult, and especially things like negative comments too on YouTube videos. Those are the ones I tend to remember, or the ones that linger most, which is really unfortunate because I've gotten so many people that leave great comments all the time, and like Belmont here is in the live stream like every time I live stream. Like I just love it. That's great. I'm glad that you guys like hanging out and watching the stuff I make, but yeah, it's it's really easy just to take the negative comment to heart and ignore the compliment. Gosh, I don't like this one. Gotta redo this one. Well, I think I kind of messed up and cut the leads too short. Not too short, but I was trying to straighten it out and I don't think I can. Okay. 3 more. Well, actually, I know I have 4 more, so maybe there's a 4th one somewhere. I don't know. The comments that I kind of hate the most, obviously I hate the entirely negative ones because I try not to be a negative person. I really don't like being negative. I just, everybody's going through crap every day, and I don't want to add to that. So I try to be positive. But I don't like when somebody's like, they come into especially an older video, like a video that I did a long time, or maybe a year or something ago, 2 years ago. And they comment on either how I did it or saying such and such is better or another. Like, okay, the video is not this is the best possible mod that you can do. The video is I'm going to install this mod. This is the mod I'm installing in this video. If you want to do a different video, install a different mod, then go elsewhere. Like, I didn't ask your opinion. Well, sometimes I ask the opinion, but I don't know. Probably sounds like I'm whining, but yeah. Oops. Yep. Holthar is one of the few YouTubers who are honest about the poor video quality of the N64, regardless of the mods. Oh, yeah. I mean, you could have the sharpest N64 in the world, and it's garbage. I fully understand that, and which is ironic because I used to be a Nintendo fanboy back when like N64 versus PlayStation 1. Like, I was N64 all the way. And then it wasn't until later on when I started modding that I realized how wrong I was about the N64 being better. It is not. The games are alright, but... Well, this is a big cap. 470 mic. Ah! 470 mic, yeah. Okay, let's put this in here. Oh, this console is kind of cool because you could theoretically play it without putting it back together, right? Okay, I have 3 caps left. Oh, leave the 470 off. Okay, wait. What if I want to test it first? That's all right. Yeah, I think I'm not going to probably even begin the Turbonanza install. I'll probably just test it, I think. Yep. I recommend taking it out for the Bonanza install so it doesn't interfere with the DIN board. Oh, so is that why? Is that what makes the... I did read the instructions where you have to close up the shell again and let the board get pushed down. Does that still need to happen with this? Okay, so I see this one here. So I got to get that one. But I don't know where there's 3 left. I have 3. Is this for different models or something? I'm going to guess that not all of these apply to the every version, I mean. Okay, this is 22 puff. Oh no, 22 mic. Okay, not that one. Not that one. Okay, 22. Got it. Okay. Shink. Shink. Okay. There is one on the card slot board. Oh. Okay. Okay. With this revision, you mean hold on, Zaxour, sorry. So do I have to do anything special? I know that you didn't include when you sent this to me, because I think you sent this to me before you had that other little daughter, or the kind of helper board that helps the DIN in here. Am I still going to have that problem with the not problem, but am I going to still have to angle this DIN board here? So I'm not really going to do it right now, but we're going to desolder this later, or next time, and we're going to put the DIN, the 10 DIN in. But then this board gets soldered on top of it, kind of like the triple bypass. But what I was looking at in the instructions, make sure all the pins are straight. When we put this in here, we need to do the board is going to be kind of like angled like this, like that, if that makes sense. When we finish it. So is that still true, Zaxour? If you can solder it straight down to the board, it may be short enough. You didn't send me the helper board. You sent me this before that thing, right? If you can solder it straight down to the board, it may be short enough. Okay, interesting. Okay, well, do I want to recap the one in the daughter board, the cart slot? I guess I should, huh? That involves taking these out. Okay. I guess I could have done this in the first place, right? Would have saved some wiggling, maybe? Maybe not. But these screws are a lot easier to screw. Oh, this is what you're talking about, because they're Emmett was talking about using these to tap the plastic on the new case because they're like self-tapping. Got it. Interesting. Oops. Okay, can't forget to put that in. Oh, look at the tiniest little, got the tiniest little capacitor on it. Oh. Okay, let's replace it. All right, be careful not to melt the cable. Okay, this one is a 10 mic, little tiny 10 mic. I'm guessing that's what this short one's for. 10 mic, 25 volt. Yeah, I think it's just the height. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, so I think I'm done messing around in here, right? I think I can probably put this back. Although, is this gonna fit? I'm gonna bend it over. I think that's probably fine. Maybe the other way. Yeesh, I don't know. Hopefully that's tall enough. Did I think you had a PC engine? I'm not sure. That's all right. I can do the... Well, what do you think, Zaxour? Should I wait to do the other video or the next part of this then to get the little helper board thing? I think it adds that much rigidity to the... Look at this. The connector is like... Oh, you guys can't really see it, but it's like loose, kind of. I don't know. I guess I'll leave that up to you, Zaxour, if you think that I should demonstrate it with the little helper board. Okay, let's, I guess I can put this back together. I don't think I have to do anything else ever to the top of this again. And then I can test. I can't really tell if this is... This doesn't feel flat. Oh, okay. Well, I think that's fine. It's flatter now. I bent it back a little bit, so... All right, let's put these back on. Okay, cool. So that should be the recap. And from what I'm seeing, I think I can test it really without putting it back together, which is fine. But what I'd like to test it with is the CRT, I guess. Because I have it. Why not? So let me do... Yeah, probably. Wait, so yeah, probably you think it's better to have the... yeah, I always wondered that with the triple bypass. If having some other kind of support or whatever on the Genesis 2 DIN would help there. Okay, so what do I need? I need the... Actually, you know what? I probably put the TV over here. If I move move the comments, move this. You guys aren't going to be able to see it super duper well from there, but we'll make do. Just needs the power on. Oops. Okay. Okay, cool. This sort of makes me regret buying this TV. Sort of makes me regret not buying that 14-inch PVM from Retrotech last year. He had one for sale for $800, but it was already restored. I guess he did his magic, but it had some scuffs on the front. Not like it really matters that much, but you know, I just wanted it to look nice if I ever was going to record a video with it. Okay, so we have this. Plug the power in. Plug the AV cable in, which is on the floor, apparently. Oh no, I left it up here. The other cool part about this TV is you don't need the remote to switch to the aux in the front, which is cool. Okay, controller. Okay, main screen turn on. Huh? Welp. Oh, you know what? This is unplugged. Whew, false alarm. Okay. Got it. Now main screen turn on. Hey. Whoa, look at that composite. That's some good composite. Bonk is such a good soundtrack. I was playing Bonk before. All right, this is how we're going to play Bonk. You guys are going to watch me playing Bonk on a little 13-inch CRT. I guess I could put it into the scaler or the capture card. Why didn't I do that? You guys want me to play on this thing? You guys can't even see that. What time is it? I got 20 minutes. Should I put Bonk on the RetroTink, the 5X? Or should I do the jail bar fix? I don't really see jail bars. I mean, not like I would know what I'm looking at, but the blue, I mean, again, this is composite, so I mean, okay. For this TV, I wish I could show you how good this TV looked. This CRT color looks really good. I'm very, very surprised. And this is what all those people that say, you know, these consoles are made for composite. It looks really good. And this is just like a normal consumer CRT. Keep it as is. Welcome to composite. Yeah, I do that all the time. Composite on a CRT, but I had the NES going on it too, and it looked really good with the NES too. NES is good composite. 2020 vision. You're gonna watch me play on that. That is awesome. Can I zoom in? I could actually. Let me zoom in. Transform. Oh, and I can do one of these. Enhance. Enhance. Oh, wait. Oh, wrong one. Enhance. Enhance. Oh, God. Now I can't get it back. Make it come back. This is absolutely... Oh, wait. I can do this. I can crop it. That is amazing. Okay. We're getting there. Shoop. Okay, nailed it. All right, let's play. How do I even play? Start. Go. Oh, we're in. All right. Can you run in Bonk? Whee! Well, I don't know what the happy does, but we want them. What do the happies do? Little smiley face emojis. Oh God. Give me the meat. We are. It looks like a YouTube video where capture cards are common. Yep. That is awesome. You kept your Open Tendo composite. Maybe one day I'll build one with RGB. Yeah, I have. I'm waiting for my. I'm not waiting for anything really. Maybe one of these days we'll do that. I want the multi-out and NES RGB4. I have 2 NES RGB4s to do. I was going to do one in this Open Tendo and then one in my Twin Famicom somehow. I RGB modded all my consoles and I'm slowly coming back around to composite. Yeah. Probably not going to see the jailbars on a small CRT. Oh, okay. Got it. That's awesome. It does look terrible. It looks like a home movie. We're getting the meat. Oh, and the scrolling, because the C920 can't do 60 FPS, so you just get 30 FPS in the scrolling. That is funny. Oh, whoops. We need Zaxour to make a new power module. Yeah, we do. Zaxour, I think that's a honeypot. Or wait, that's a bad word. Not bad word, but honeypot's not a good thing. It's a jackpot? What am I trying to say? I think it would be a good idea for you to make an NES power module, Zaxour. I think you would get a lot of customers. That's what I'm trying to say. has $350 RetroTink 5X, has $300 4K capture card, multiple capture cards in his computer. Uses Logitech C920 just to record the screen. Yes. That is funny. Oh, what the heck? I like the my fingers. I really like in Bonk how they have parallax, the moon. Well, I guess it's not parallax, but the moon moves with the background when you scroll. That's cool. I like that a lot. That's yeah, I like that. Honey hole. No, not a honey hole. Oh, God. Is a honey hole a good thing? If a honey hole is a good thing, then sure. I kind of hate the N64 HDMI mod. How so? I'll probably parlay my research into an NES solution. Yeah. Checked out Merlin Shaw's and the current routing scheme is an issue. Yeah. I say yeah like I know what I'm talking about. You know, I don't know if people actually need them. I don't really have a case where my original RF module is bad per se, but yeah. Oh, I forgot to get the food. Yep, we in a dinosaur now. We in a dinosaur. As you can see by the coloring on this TV, the composite palette is off. Just kidding. It doesn't look anything like that in person. It looks like yellow almost on the TV, on the recording of the TV. I'm not even gonna call this a capture. This is a handy cam at best. Watch out, these slugs will get you. They drop down from the ceiling and they get you. Ah! Oh gosh. I talked to Merlin, and apparently he has nothing to do with them now. Oh, okay. Oh, he doesn't have anything to do with the creation of the boards? Huh. Yeah, That's a shame. Well, I don't know. You know, I I understand if he wants to not do it anymore. Yeah. All right, if I can get to boss fight 1, I'll be happy. Ow! Ugh, I got half a heart. All right, here we go. Come on. Really? Ah, gosh. I don't think we're gonna make it past boss 1. Oh, come on, that was a cheap shot. Ah. Ah. That's what I get for not being patient. Ah, come on. All right, give me the heart. Let's fight this boss. 1 heart, 1 life. I thought I was going to get something close to how Banjo-Kazooie looks on Xbox Rare Replay. Yeah, those games, I don't know. They're very, oh! They were amazing for the time, but they're almost, I don't know, very unplayable now. Oh, God, come on. I'm not even going to make it past the first boss. Yeah! Woo! Sick. I did it. Switching mode power design layout is not simple. Yeah. I feel a lot better. I'm your new friend. Hooray. Arf, arf, arf. Oh, that refills my hearts. I see. Way out. We did it. Easy. Yeah, nice. All right. Excuse me. Let me, can I pause this? Ooh, this is such a jam, though. This song is so good. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. Problem? What does John Cena say? When he... How do I reset this now? Oh, God, I'm having too much fun with that. Reset transform? There we go. Okay. Okay. I think that's the end for tonight. But I didn't even start with the Turbonanza, but we got the caps done, so that was good. We didn't do the jail bar fix, but maybe we'll do a before and after So we'll do the Turbonanza, and then we'll plug it into the RetroTink 5X, and we'll see if we get jail bars. And then if we do, then we can do the jail bar fix. So new emote, make it so. I do need to make a new. Yeah. If you guys have any ideas, an easy emote maybe. I don't play games much, but I would like to change that. And it's funny because I said I was going to play a game. After every time I did a mod, I was going to play a game. So I did. What was the first one I finished? NES? Fixing the NES? Or no? The Genesis, the HDMI Genesis. So I did that. So I played one stream. I played games just on that console, and I haven't done that with Retro Gem, the PS2 Retro Gem. I haven't fixed it yet. It has some weird controller issue. I must have a bridge on the controller flex cable in the front, so I can't actually play any games. I can get in for some reason. I can get into the OSD menu and I can navigate the OSD menu, but I can't play games in game. If that makes any sense. However, I haven't ruled out bad controller, but I don't know. So that's why I didn't play the PlayStation 2. And then I did the Pocket Color, which I kind of played a little bit at the end, but I've been playing it actually a lot. I've been playing Oracle of Ages, and I kind of paused my playthrough. One, because I'm stuck in a dungeon, so I'd have to look up the strategy guide. But two, I'm getting annoyed by these aftermarket membranes. I feel like they're not super good. Either that or my board maybe is not 100% lined up underneath, if you know what I mean. But it has a hard time. I compared it with, I have a Game Boy Color, a stock Game Boy Color. So I compared the feel of this with the feel of that, and that one felt a lot better. So I just chalk it up to bad membranes or something. So I ordered some. I don't know if they're actually going to come in used, but I ordered a set of 5 OEM, or original, I guess it's called, original pocket membranes. So we'll see when that comes in on eBay if I got actual OEM original ones in good shape or not. Otherwise, I'm going to have to swap the membrane in my pocket, the one I actually bought, for this one, so that I can have a good, like this will be my nice pocket / Game Boy Color to play. I also ordered, this is going to be an incredibly complicated process, probably, but I also ordered the 161-in-1 cart, the version 3, the one to do the mod that everyone's talking about for the Neo Geo. So I'm kind of letting the dust settle on that. I feel like that's going to be a really cool thing to do, and I kind of think it's getting to that point. I know Leon did a post on Twitter about he did one on his own. And I have an older 161-in-1. You can kind of see the edge of it here, this yellow one. I got the newer blue one. I think this is a version 2. But I think you need a third. There's some extra memory chip or RAM chip or something that you need. So I think I might be able to get it from that other cart. So I won't need to buy that, hopefully. But I think it's a very complicated process that involves flashing different ICs with different types of flasher tools. So I don't know. No, that zoom in on my face. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. I'll I'll cut it out and I'll make that little tiny picture. Yeah. Yeah. I just think that's awesome because the alternative for Neo Geo carts is the Terra Onion one, I believe. Or no, that's 2. There's a Dark Soft multi cart or something. I don't remember what that one's called. And then there's the Terra Onion Neo Geo cart. But they're both of those are like, I think they're what, $300 or $400 or something. So the version 3, the newer 161-in-1 cart is only like $50 or like $45. Obviously, I'm gonna need to buy all the flashers and stuff. But I've heard that it can do the complete collection. And it's just I think it's it might even be better. I don't know. I can't say that it's better than the flash carts, but hey, and I don't really play Neo Geo, so I didn't really see the need to buy those expensive flash carts. But it's something I think that people would want to know about. So that's why I figured I would do it. But we also still have a bunch of other stuff to do. We've got Wii HDMI mods that we can do. I've got to fix my PlayStation 2 gem. I can do a gem. Now I think I feel confident in redoing my PS2 Slim gem. That console still works and it's ready again to get the gem flex. So I was considering, I don't know if I'm going to bug Dan with sending me one for free. I think I'll pay the $15 for the replacement. That's how much a replacement flex cable kit is if you mess up yours. So then I can have the PlayStation 2 Slim gem as well, which is a more difficult. That I personally think, at least the model that I have, which I don't know off the top of my head, I think that one is more difficult than the PS2 gem, the fat gem. So we can do that. I've also got a PC Engine Duo RX, the white one. That maybe is there an RGB mod for that as well that we can do? Then the loopy capture mod. I've got a bunch of stuff that we can do. Yeah. At this point, it's kind of going on years of just collecting mods and not having time to do all of them. I can finally get around to them. So, okay. All right, that's a good idea with the zoomed in emote, but you can't I keep thinking about that now. So that means Wednesday we'll be back and we're going to start with the Turbonanza, unless Zaxour, should I wait or should I just YOLO it? Because I really don't care. I mean, I think it's probably going to be fine enough if I just solder that DIN directly to the ground plane, because that's basically what I did with the triple bypass. So if you think that's fine enough, then that's fine. Don't worry about sending that thing. But, reach out to me if you think I should do it that way. You made the Hue Flex for easy soldering to the Hue 62. What is it? Hue Flex. Bonanza. What? Bonanzac. What does that mean? Turbonanza for the Duo RX. You made the Hue Flex for easy soldering to the Hue 6260. I don't know what this means. The pin. So I are you talking about the pin thing for on the RX, right? Because that's where you put those multi-region. Is it Dujin has those multi-region / RGB output mods? Is that what you're talking about? Bonanza. Bonanzac is funny as heck. That's it's funny. You can solder direct to the board, but it's a little different on the CoreGrafx than the PC Engine. Is it different than the instructions now, say? Okay, that's fine. Yeah. If you just go through look at your instructions, and if you think that there's something that you need to add or whatever, then just mention it to me. And yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody. Sorry for rambling at the end, but we'll be back on Wednesday with more Turbonanza. We're actually going to work on it. Region mods, disconnect the cart pins and intercept the signals. Got it. But it also does RGB output too, right? I think one of those mods. Or is that does Voltar have a mod for that? An RGB mod? Oh, I don't know.